signature scent. Where do you begin? Googling gets you nowhere. All that you find are supposed fragrance quizzes that leave you right where you started. How can you tell what a scent is going to smell like, or more important, feel like, solely on a paragraph written about notes when the combinations are infinite? In-store is stressful, with customers milling about and salespeople trying to get you to buy something. You can never get a true sense of what anything smells like in store because there are so many other different fragrances being sprayed at the same time, a pressure on you to find one and get out. And just by smelling something for a few seconds, either on your skin or on a piece of paper, is not going to tell you what a fragrance is going to actually smell like on you. Felt like I was getting nowhere until one day I was scrolling on TikTok and I came across this video where the girl was describing her perfumes based off of the vibe that they gave off and the person that the perfume would be, or that the person who would be wearing this perfume would be. And let me tell you, I was hooked. This was the first time that I was so intrigued that I needed to see what these smelled like and to see if I could be these people that she was describing. So immediately after watching the video, went on the internet trying to find these fragrances and seeing if I could find a free sample. Because purchasing a whole bottle of something that you don't really know what it smells like and aren't sure if you're even going to like it for the amount that people charge for perfumes was outrageous to me. There were no free samples, but I did find this website called Scent Split, where they take a perfume and bottle it into sample-sized bottles so that way you can try a perfume and see if you like it before you commit to buying it. Thank you, finally. You no longer have to spend a ton of money on something that you aren't positive that you are going to love. I ordered them, they came in the mail, and now it was time to see if the described vibe was accurate and if any of these perfumes were right for me. Let's get into it. Our first perfume. I'm feeling Super Cedar by Paragon. First I'll do the notes and then I'll tell you what the vibe apparently is supposed to be. So the top is rose, the middle is Virginia cedar, the base is Haitian vetiver and musk. And then it is apparently the cozy friend. It's energetic person who is fun and fresh, but also someone that you can come to for advice. It is simple yet nostalgic. I'm picturing very warm and like wintry, cozy, fire type vibes. So yeah, first it's very fresh. And then it's woodsy. Definitely cedar. It smells like wood a little bit. I wouldn't say it's like a fire, because fire scents it's my favorite smell of fire. So it's smoked wood. That's what it smells like versus a fire. Floral drink smoked. First impressions are, it's nice. I don't love it. Apparently this is the one that people stopped her in the streets of London and asked her what she was wearing. And I feel like Londoners are a lot like New Yorkers, where we don't talk to people unless we absolutely have to. We do not strike up conversation. We avoid at all costs. So to get someone to come and ask you, contender number 2. So today, let's do Paragon by Initio Perfumes Privé. The top notes for this one are lavender, sage, and bergamot. And then for middle notes, we have plum, Palo Santo, and pepper. We got a lot of stuff going on. And then in the base, it is sandalwood and agarwood, which apparently is an oud. The girl in the video said that this perfume is if being mysterious at a concert actually worked. And I was hooked. Just by that sentence. I was like, yes. Took me right back to Tumblr days And who wouldn't want a starstruck moment? Ooh. At first it's like light and floral, and then you get a little fruit, but definitely like musk is what I think is probably gonna last all day. I gotta say, these sample size, you don't think you're getting a lot, but really you are, because there's the dispenser in there, so it takes up some rooms, but this line is where this amount of perfume left is. So you do get a good size amount to be able to tell that you like it before you buy it. Contestant number 3, another oud by Juliet Has a Gun. In the video, she described it as like soft life oud, like baby girl oud. It does kind of smell like raspberry, but like, you know if you made lollipops in science class and you had like the raspberry flavoring, that's what it smells like. Those science class raspberry lollipops that were always, you dyed the color blue because you thought that's what raspberry was. It is definitely soft. We are down to our last contender, Poets of Berlin by The Mill Perfumery. The top notes for this are supposedly blueberry and lemon. And then the heart note is bamboo and green wild orris. And the base is vanilla bean, sandalwood, and vetiver. Apparently it's supposed to be like fruity and vanilla-y, but not sickly. The vibe is a cutie pie with a little bit of sass. And it's cool because it was named after David Bowie's Berlin trilogy, but I don't know why this inspired them, because I don't know if David Bowie was having lemon blueberry cake while he was in Berlin, but maybe. Getting like blueberry and vanilla. It's like first hits you with like the sweetness, but then as you go in closer, you get the more robust, warm notes. Sweet and warm. Closing remarks. It's time to reveal if these perfumes really match the vibe that was described and if I have found my signature scent. So our first contender, day 1, we had Super Cedar by Barretto. Now this fragrance, I would say, is for anyone who enjoys a nice smoked cocktail sitting by a fire. The main note is, as the title tells you, it's super cedar. That is what lasts throughout the whole day, basically is the cedar. Next up, we had Paragon by Initio, which the vibe described was if being mysterious at a concert actually worked. And I will be wearing this sample size at my next concert to test that theory. It at first is a little sweet, yet has that musky. It's the most, I would say, dynamic perfume on this list. I can definitely see how it could be alluring and sensual. The sandalwood is what is going to be left on your skin for the longest period throughout the day. It is definitely a more nighttime perfume. She described it as being like this extremely dangerous, deep person who would wear it. I don't know if I would say it is that intense. It's interesting. It is a little mysterious. And you definitely do want to it pulls you in, but I don't think it's as powerful as she described it. I don't think it's dangerous. But next up we had another oud, which again is science class lollipops. It's basically raspberry extract and crystallized sugar. That is what you mainly get out of this perfume. As it stays on your skin longer, it gets a little more interesting, but it is still very sweet and very candy-like. And at the same time, it is soft and youthful. So I would recommend this maybe for like if someone you know is super soft and sweet and likes to smell like candy and gives off like soft girl ballet powdery vibes, then this is for you. And our last contender, which I initially was the most hopeful for, was Poets of Berlin by Vermeil. This perfume, if Folklore is your favorite Taylor Swift album, I have a perfume for you to try. You get the blueberry and the lemon, but what lingers the most is vanilla. And it's not a gross vanilla, because I don't know about you, but some vanillas are gross. It's not like an old vanilla. It's like if you like decadent scents, this is your perfume. It's clean, but still extremely sweet. And vanilla is what lasts on your skin throughout the whole day. You're soft and warm and cozy like a nice sweater. Like a nice cream sweater is Poets of Berlin. I have to say, all of these perfumes are extremely wearable. There isn't one that is super overpowering or that fades really fast. This girl should be hired by every perfume company to write their descriptions. Because she said 2 sentences and I wanted to see what this smelled like. Not only that, but she did encapsulate the vibes of these perfumes. There wasn't one that I was like, I think you're wrong. I think that's not what this smells like. Perfume companies, take note. I'm linking her in the description. Find her and ask her to write your descriptions. If more perfumes were written based off of the vibe and the person who would wear this perfume, sales would increase and people would understand more what something smelt like. Now, for the question that is on everyone's minds, at least what was on my mind this whole time while filming this, was, did I find my signature scent? Unfortunately, no, I did not. But thankfully, I ordered sample sizes. And I will still be using these sample sizes. There's not one that I was like, oh, that's a no. Maybe the Super Cedar one is the most that I would wear the least, and I could see times to wearing all of them, so they're not going to go to waste, but there will be no full-size purchases from this bunch. The hunt continues. Maybe we'll get some more sample sizes now that we know this site exists and try a part 2, and maybe we'll try more spring, summer fragrances. See if we have better luck there. Because I'm also still searching to see what the notes I like the best are, and then the next step would be what arrangement of those notes to make the perfect song, the perfect fragrance. Thank you so much for watching this video and following along on this little adventure with me. I had a lot of fun testing all of these out. Any of you out there, these seem to appeal to you and you try a sample of these fragrances, let me know what you think. Or if there's any others that you think I should try, let me know that as well in the comments below. And I will catch you in my next video.